Pete, at the end of 4 days of nearly total rain, we got some bonus points on the board on top of the draw. Personally, from the coach's perspective, what can we take from what little cricket we had?
Long days, that's what we took. And in some ways, it's been frustrating because everybody's keen to play, everybody wants to play. I think probably we'll find out by the end of the day, but it feels like this will end up securing our position in the First Division, which is really important for us as a club. So that's a real positive out of it. But we would like to play some more cricket. It's a great place to play, Old Trafford, but it's been frustrating because every time it's looked like we're going to get a chance to play, another shower's come along. So, it's felt a little bit like in the summer this year, the front end of the season, we got quite a lot of rain and we're getting a little bit at the back end. So nothing you can do about it, but credit to those lads who bowl well. It was set up to be a reasonable game of cricket if we had more time out there.
And talk about the contributions made with the ball. The skipper got to himself yesterday. It was a very impressive performance with the ball, I suppose. And I see the Fernando as well, just proving why he was such a useful asset to bring in straight through the gates for that. With both of those wickets, and an asset to use next week as well. So definitely some positives to take from a bowling perspective.
I think we bowled well. I was pleased how we bowled. I was pleased how we went about it. Actually, took a couple of good catches. I see to looks a good bowler. Conditions here suited him in some ways because even though there's been rain around, the pitch itself was very dry. So it reverse swing, for anybody who knows about reverse swing, it sometimes goes a bit unconventional. He used that pretty well. Brett Hutton bowled really well, actually, without much luck, actually. And generally, all the boys performed well. And it was set up, I think it's a good batting track here. So if you can bowl a side out somewhere around about the 300 mark, you've got a chance to get a big score. So that's what we'd have liked to have done. We never got a chance. I think we thought today, actually, the last day, there was going to be more chance of playing some good cricket. But the showers have come and they haven't really given us enough time to get any meaningful cricket in on the day.
And looking to next week, Middlesex at home at Trent Bridge for the last game of the season. What are you looking to get out of those 4 days?
Well, the first day, I'm looking forward to playing at Trent Bridge. It feels a long time in some ways since we played a 4-day game. I think it was end of July last time we played there. So really looking forward to seeing all the members again and the fans and actually playing a 4-day game there. Hopefully the weather's good. I think the forecast is pretty good. We get a good pitch and we can play some really good cricket to finish us off. We're looking for a win. The game's live. Obviously, Middlesex are in a position where they're going to have a lot to play for, even if we haven't from a relegation point of view, but certainly from moving up that table. But we want to finish strong. Individual, a lot of players, some personal goals to achieve. People like Joe Clark just below 1,000, Dane Patterson just below his 50 wickets. So there's lots to play for still. And as I say, I think to win the last game is always a great thing to do to take into the winter. And always, Trent Bridge is a place we love playing, and it feels like it's a chance in front of our own supporters, really, to try and put on a show to finish the season.
You beat me to it. There are a few personal milestones which were denied this week due to the weather, but next week we've got Joe Clark, we've got Dane Patterson as well. He wants to reach 50, and then of course we've got Brett Hutton who wants to finish top of the wicket taking charts as well. So I suppose that adds some extra motivation as well going into that game. Not that it was already needed.
I mean, credit to all three of those players. Joe, Dane and Brett, they've been real stalwarts for us all year, really. And they've gone about, the reason they've had good seasons is because of their consistency. Yeah, and we've seen Dane third season in a row, he's hunting down 50 wickets, which is a great achievement. For Brett, it would be outstanding to finish lead wicket taker, but even he does or he doesn't, he's hunting down 60 wickets, which is a phenomenal year for him. And as I say, Joe's played good, consistent cricket. I think his red ball cricket has moved on. I think he's starting to play now a style of red ball cricket that gives real confidence to the people around him. And I think that's been something that's really nice to watch. Certainly having lost Ben Duckett to England all year, that Joe has stepped into that space and started to be somebody who gives a real stability to that top order, which is going to be so important as we move forward next season.
Well, thanks very much, Pete, and let's hope for some better weather, better fortunes next week.
Thanks, Ollie.